This is Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first and be not hasty to credit him. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakak. Double honors to our apostles, our elders at Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and blessings unto the elect. And the reason why I first started with the scripture is because if we're going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai, if we're true friends of Yahweh Shai, then you're going to have to prove that first. Right? And it makes all the sense in the world on why you're going to go through particular afflictions. Right? Because ultimately the Lord really wants to see if you believe. You know, he wants to see, even if you're at your lowest point, even if you're going through something, if you're still going to stand strong, you know. And this is similar to what the Lord told Esdras. Matter of fact, let's just start there. Let's get 2nd Esdras 7 and verse 57, because the whole point of the Lord bringing you into this truth is for you to fight. I mean, this is why the scripture tells you in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, if you come to serve the Lord, you have to prepare your soul for temptation. Why? Because the scripture tells you that when you depart from evil, you maketh yourself a prey. You know, so ultimately the Lord chose you to fight, man. He chose you to be a soldier, man. Right? So 2nd Esdras 7 in verse 57. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. See, so fighting, you know, is something that the Lord is really all about. You know, the scriptures say that the Lord is a man of war. Right? Verse 58. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. See, so suffering is a part of the walk, man. You see? But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. And this is something that you have to consistently keep your mind on. You know, this is why the scripture tells you to basically keep your eyes single. You know, basically have tunnel vision. Right? So let's get Ephesians the 6th chapter. Yeah, Ephesians the 6th chapter, because the Lord gave us the tools to fight. You know, so at sometimes, you know, we'll be weak, we'll fall, but at the end of the day, you getting back up and doing better and trying is fighting. You know, and this is what the Lord is pleased with. Ephesians 6 and verse 10, finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and in the power of his might, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right? Because when you separate your spirit from this society, okay, now you're more open to spirits messing with you. Now you're more open to temptation. Now you're more open to things that you weren't open to when you were in the world. Because when you were in the world, you didn't give a shit. You know, you was just doing whatever you wanted to do. But now that you're trying to put off the ways of darkness, now you have to fight. It's a fight now. right? And this is why the scripture also tells you that the flesh is contrary to the spirit, man. So you're always in a battle. You're always in a fight. But the scriptures is going to go on to tell you, okay, to put on certain attributes for you to fight. Right? So let's start. Let's Ephesians 6 and verse 14. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and have your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, above all taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Right. Now, why is the scripture telling you this? Because you're going to be attacked. Okay, and like I said, or let's put it like this, like how the scriptures say, it makes all the sense in the world. Okay, why would the Lord bestow such knowledge upon you and then not give you a balance? Like how Job said, shall we receive good from the Most High and not evil? So when you understand, you fighting really just makes sense. Right? Verse 17, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. Right? And that sword, okay, let's get Hebrews chapter 4 and verse 12. Okay, you have a sword like none other. Hebrews 4 and verse 12, for the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints of marrow, and is a discerner and thoughts and intents of the heart. Right, so the fact that the Lord gave you this truth, this glorious gospel, okay, you're supposed to be swinging that sword like none other, man. And maybe at first you're not going to be so good at swinging the sword, but that's where repetition comes in, man. Because ultimately, yeah, you're not going to be good at swinging the sword at first, but once you keep doing it over and over and over, now you're going to be able to fight. You see, so yeah, yes, you have the armor, but you swinging the sword, okay, that's something that you have to perfect. So, the Lord gave us tools to fight. And the ultimate tool is that sword. So let's jump back to Ephesians, the 6th chapter. Ephesians 6 and verse 18. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Right, and prayer is a key thing in the ministry too. Because ultimately that's what the Lord, requires you to do, is to pray too. And every chance we get, we should be praying, man. Why? Because ultimately, you're really pray really means to beg. And ultimately, this is what we should be doing in this time. We should be begging the Lord for mercy, for more spiritual gifts, for more wisdom and knowledge, right? Let's get 2nd Esdras, the 7th chapter. Not to digress. 2nd Esdras 7 and verse 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights afore. And he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it may be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come in to the broad, right? So that straight and narrow path, okay, is something that you're going to need to walk through in order to receive the kingdom. Okay, and while you're walking that straight and narrow path, okay, you have the armor of the Most High. You have the sword, which is the word. So you have to envision these things, right? You have to envision swinging that sword. All type of demons coming at you, people coming at you, things of this world, right? You got to envision swinging that sword at these things, man. Right? Verse 6. There was also another thing. A city is builded and is set upon a broad field and is full of all good things, which is the kingdom. Verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. And there's a scripture in Isaiah that says something very similar. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once, right? Because every brother has their position in this truth, right? And the scripture, let me see if I can find that, because the scripture tells you that even though you're gonna go through that fire and that water, okay, which is the afflictions, which is you being tempted, ultimately, and you being tried. Okay, the Lord said that He's gonna be with you, man, through that fire, right? Isaiah 43 in verse 1. But now thus said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that created thee, O Jacob, and He that formed thee, O Israel, fear not. Right, so the Lord is telling us not to fear. For I have redeemed thee, I have called thee by thy name, thou art mine. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned. So we're not going to be overtaken by these things, man. But this is something that you have to believe, right? You can't just read that and not believe it. Neither shall the flame kindle upon thee, right? So we're not going to be overcome by the trials and tribulations that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to put us through. Because the scripture tells you that the Lord is not going to put something on you that you can't bear. But that takes belief. Right? So 2nd Esdras, the 7th chapter. Was it 2nd Esdras 7 and right in verse 9? If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, which is the kingdom, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? Right, so the fact that we're in the straight gate, we're in a dangerous position. But the whole point is that we have the armor, we have the sword, we have the word to fight. You know? And like Hebrews 4 and 12 said, this word is sharper than any two-edged sword. So we have to swing that sword. We have to fight. That's the whole point of you being in the ministry. That's the whole point of you, of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai calling you. Right? Even Paul said, endure. Let's get that. Endure. Somewhere in Timothy. Second Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach, that no man warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. Right, so the Lord chose you to be a soldier, man. You know, so we have to fight. That's the whole point of this ministry, man. We have to fight, man. And the Lord is gonna put you through certain things to see if you're worthy, to test you. Because at the end of the day, it's all a test. He has to prove you, man. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So he has to prove you first. You have to keep his patience. That shows that you believe. That shows that you're a friend of Yahushua. Right? So, Lord willing, you were edified. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to our apostles, our elders, at Great Millstone, who teach and rule well. Peace and blessings unto the elect. Shalom.